Today's video is about a concept called graded exposure. You may have heard about this before, but I wanted to put this in the context of a pain condition so that you can see how you can use this concept to actually heal yourself. So the blue is load and the red is limit. So a load is, in this scenario, how much you're able to lift or how much you're able to expose your body to. And the limit is how much you can do before you would potentially get injured. And what we know is that the wider gap you have between load and limit, the more able you are to function well. Now, this is an example of, let's say you get injured. So generally speaking, you're able to lift a proverbial 50 pounds, but now that you've gotten injured, your load capacity here is down to 15 pounds. And you can only do about 16 pounds before you start to get some symptoms. So what do you do about that? Well, what you do is you actually deload. So what we see here is, they're at about 6 pounds or so. So what you do is you find a starting point that's comfortable for you. And then what you do is you slowly, in a graded fashion, expose your body to more and more. And so what happens with this is your body actually responds and gets stronger and gets more adaptable. So what this would look like would be, this is fresh off an injury where, you try to lift about 15 pounds and that goes okay, but once you hit 16 pounds, you really start to get symptoms. So what this person would do is they would back all the way down to, let's say, 6 pounds, start there, see how it goes, and let their body start to adapt. Then, as time goes on, what you do is you add a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. What happens is simultaneously your body responds, and the limit, or how much your body can tolerate, also starts to go up. And this essentially is the rehab process. And what we're trying to do is eventually, as you're building load, your limit gets to the point where it's growing. Oh, there goes the marker. And then what you get is you get a big window here where this person can start to operate. So now instead of only being able to lift 6 pounds or 15 pounds, this person can theoretically lift, 30 pounds or so without flaring up. And then over the course of time, as consistency kicks in, this limit bar gets all the way back. And so this person can now safely lift 50 pounds. The key to this is it's a slow, consistent process. And if you try to rush it and ramp up too quickly, you can certainly have a rehab process that goes a little bit longer. So whenever you're rehabbing from an injury or trying to get through an injury of some sort, this is a really important concept to keep in mind, of a slow progression of consistently building and getting heavier, which in turn helps your body to respond and helps your body to be able to tolerate more and more load, which means you can do more and more of the things that you love without having to hesitate, be fearful, or be in pain. So I hope that's helpful. That's a concept called graded exposure.